Yeah, if you haven't noticed yet, this guy right here is not a lost media expert. Oh no no no, he doesn't even know what the Clockman is.
A fish? But that ends today. See,
just the other day I was walking down the street bored out of my mind. I'm bored. But then, some guy appeared and promised me infinite knowledge of any topic of my choice.
I chose noses. But, sure, it's not too late to get into lost media. Okay, I get the gist, but if this guy says it's lost media, why is it here?
Lost media gets found. No shit, it's what the community is striving for. And after talking about lost media throughout 9 videos for 4 years, the unexpected happened and some of those pieces of lost media were finally found or partially found. This is gonna be a short one, folks. It's just a small update to those videos and a conclusion to those topics. Yeah, from the internet lost media video, 2 pieces have been completely found with 1 partially found, and let's talk about that one first, since everyone knows it. Yes, that one was found, but I never mentioned this one before, unfortunately. I'm happy to say that the Screamer video Super Mario 64 Big Star Secret has been partially found in May 2025. To give a quick rundown, this is a 2007 tutorial on how to unlock Luigi in Mario 64, but as we know, he isn't a playable character, so the video ends with the classic KF Zombie Screamer video. It's been lost media since the video's deletion in 2011, and since then we only had screenshots, blurry recordings and reports from viewers. But that ended this year, cause user Peter from the Lost Media Wiki Discord server uncovered the first 37 seconds of Big Star Secret with the best quality we'll ever get. This was a result from his corrupted browser cache of his old Windows XP, which caused every video he's ever watched to remain in the PC. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. I'd love to explain why that happens or how that happens, but I'm not the best explaining these things. Even though there's 4 minutes and 25 seconds that remain lost, 47 seconds is a huge find for something which we thought it was impossible to find. Raise a glass for Peter, cause this right here is a step in the right direction. Whoa, hey even this one got found? First time Vape Shop Visits Twitter cut is a slightly shorter and condensed version of Scott the Waz's First Time Vape Shop Visit vlog. This video was made due to Twitter's video time limit restriction, and for archival purposes. Scott uploaded it on his second channel back in the day, but since then it has been privated. Until May 2024, when an individual called the Tech Robo shared his copy of the Twitter cut with the Lost Media Wiki user Woody Epster, and our buddy right here uploaded it on the Internet Archive on June 11th. Golly gee, I never thought it would ever happen, but we finally found an already existing video, but 1 minute shorter. The backrooms image, hate it or not, it's pretty iconic. But 4 years! Nobody knew where this image came from. No location, no original image source, nothing. That was until May 2024, when the Virtual World Discord server, which I've never heard about, stepped in and discovered the original source and location of the backrooms. Yes, the backrooms exist. They're not CG nor AI, but only brain dead people thought that. The original image came from a 2003 announcement promoting the construction of an RC car interior raceway for the Hobbytown USA Racing, located in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So this picture is just the inside of a new building in renovation. It was never an office. But yeah, backrooms. It's a real place. Have fun. Portuguese lost media. Ever heard anyone talk about it? No, but that's what makes it so interesting. International lost media is most of the time neglected by the general people. But if you dig enough, you'll find pretty intriguing stuff. But yeah, we have 3 updates to lost media mentioned on Portuguese Lost Media Volume 1, and these are unbelievable. To all you non-Portuguese people out there, Canal Panda is a children's network based in Portugal. The channel was founded in 1996 and marked many people's childhoods. From 1999 to 2011, if you tuned in on Canal Panda from 11 PM to 5 AM, you would be greeted with this creepy animation of the channel's logo yawning and making weird noises. This traumatized the generation, but the lost media part of this whole thing is the intro and outro of the animation. See, before Canal Panda ended their transmissions for the day, a small intro showing the logo in a white background transitioning into the Starry Night Sky background with a woman's voice announcing that the channel would be back at 5 AM would play. but that was lost for more than a decade, until April of 2025, when a YouTube channel called Grafismos Portugal, with collaboration with another user called Afonso Gagueiro, uploaded a high quality intro of the animation, and I thought it would never happen so soon, but it's here! And not only that, the outro animation that played when transmissions resumed was also uploaded in high quality during the same time. Previously we only had a low quality recording without audio from 2009, but finally, 14 years later, we got the full animation that scared the shit out of kids. Not me. I was brave. Says the guy that was scared of the X-Files intro. I think that fear never went away. Yeah, it appears that the Portuguese dub of Dingo Pictures' Aladdin is not completely lost, as I said in Volume 1. It was never fully lost. A musical number of the dub is available on YouTube since 2019, and I just couldn't notice it. Thanks to Pillar Guy for noting that out. But what about the song? Well, it's pretty bad. But the original is probably not much better.
E quando daqui sair, eu só vou querer sorrir.
Oh lord, I never expected this one to get found. For everyone who doesn't know what I'm referring to, here's a quick rundown. The 1979 Doraemon anime began airing for the first time in Portugal on Canal Panda in the early 2000s with the Spanish dub and Portuguese subtitles. But around the same time, RTP, Portugal's first channel, also began airing Doraemon with the Portuguese dub for the first time ever. This dub went in circulation through various RTP channels from 2001 until its final airing in 2003. In 2002, Canal Panda tried to acquire the dub from RTP, but it never happened cause the tapes were recycled and the dub was lost. And we wouldn't see the 1979 anime dubbed again until 2011 in Canal Panda. For 20 years, this dub was fully lost. No pictures, no video, absolutely nothing, and I was almost certain that this wouldn't get found. Just because this dub wasn't very popular, and RTP nor the dubbing studio couldn't help us cause, well, they don't have anything. This dub became sort of an urban legend in the Portuguese dubbing and anime communities. Earlier last year, I did an interview with Kimbe, who I've mentioned in Volume 2 as a legendary Portuguese voice actor. He dubbed one of the main characters of Doraemon, but not in the RTP one. He was the voice announcer of Canal Panda during the early 2000s, and he pretty much knows everything that happens in the dubbing world. And he said that the lost dub is pretty unlikely to resurface. The only possibility is if someone, some way, recorded the episodes while they were still airing. The only thing we could do was wait or give up altogether. That was until April 2025. Again, every find was during April. I remember that day. I was scrolling through Reddit one day and the post of the Portuguese Lost Media subreddit appeared with a link to the opening. I thought it was fake, I genuinely thought it was phony, but I couldn't believe it when I pulled my headphones and heard it. It was it. User Simão Trueira posted both the opening and the ending of the RTP dub, and a few weeks later, 3 episodes of the dub made their way to the Internet Archive. This was the first time in 20 years that we have visual and audio proof of this obscure dub. It may only be 3 episodes, but dude, for me it's more than enough. I doubt the rest will ever be found, but we never know what happens next with Lost Media. The Family Guy pilot and the Me and My Friends pilot might have been found, but this one remains my highlight of 2025.
It was so good that the Portuguese Lost Media stamina bar ran out. All this time it was building up for this moment, and now we'll probably get our next found media from Portugal in 20 years. Worth it nonetheless.
I know everyone has been waiting for an update to this one, but progress has been real slow. I'm not a part of the search for the lost teaser, but I sometimes see the status of the search, and right now, we have nothing. The closest we got was recently when a Fart Fetish account on Twitter posted new unseen pictures of the old movie Sonic design from the original trailer, but nothing on the lost teaser. Hopefully something emerges from the search, cause we're pretty much where we started.
Who knew that Lost Media could stop being Lost Media? It's something we gotta deal with for the rest of our lives. But here's a question for you. Not you, Mr. Monster. What kind of Lost Media would you like to see next? Please leave some suggestions, but keep in mind that I only talk about anime, video games and internet stuff. I can't just talk about the Lost movie Him randomly one day. But now, I think I can do it. I'm feeling confident enough that I can search for Lost Media instead of rambling about it. Let's go! I can't do it.